All right, so this is my hair from, I believe the company is called Vishine hair on Aliexpress. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is right. So this is their Peruvian body wave, baby. That I put a little bit of rollers in, and then I just kind of let it air dry into this nice little wavy situation. So I am wearing their Peruvian body wave. I am wearing, I believe, eight. Wrong. I'm about to say 8 bundles of 28 inch. This would look like a hat. I'm wearing 4 bundles of 28 inch, and I believe I'm wearing a 20 inch lace frontal that I went ahead and plucked a little bit. It was kind of, I want to say it was pre-plucked, but not really. I went through and plucked it a little bit more. I bleached the knots, of course, and this is what I got from it. Now, what I did was I put some flexi rods in it, even though, like, cause I had to co-wash. I just like to co-wash my curly hair or my wavy hair, only because I just feel like sometimes if you don't, you kind of get the wrong impression of the hair, because it's always pretty when you first get it. What's gonna look like after the fact? So I went ahead and co-washed it after I did the wig. It kept its curl pattern, so I only put flexi rods in the top area, and then I left this at the bottom how it was as it came. So this dried like it did at the bottom. And I will say, and I'm just gonna go on a limb and say that I really, like, this is my favorite body wave. Like, now, this is definitely my favorite body wave because it looks great. As you can see, look, God, no shedding, no shedding. So I went ahead, and the first thing I did, of course, was bleach my knots because I can't make my wig unless my frontal is done. So I went ahead and did my frontal, and I'm gonna get close for y'all. And as you can see, I left a little bit of blonde at the root just because I wanted it to look more like a natural, like, you can do it. I've done a lot of my other units not like that, but because it was curly hair, I wanted to see how it would look if I just left a little bit of my roots blonde, because most people's like, yo, from your actual scalp, about a half of a centimeter is like transparent, and then the color starts. So if you ever pluck one of your hairs out, it's kind of white at the ends. That's what we're doing here. So that's what I did, and I really do like that, especially for this look. I don't think I would do that necessarily for straight hair, only because straight hair is just so out, like, it doesn't have any texture to it. So you definitely will be able to tell with that. Now, I will say that the frontal came very close to my own hairline, which I don't know if the company did this on purpose. They maybe look one of my videos when I had a wig on or something and kind of try to give me one closer to my hair, to my hairline, because this one actually fits. Like, it goes to the dividends of what my hairline would look like, where a lot of times it goes straight across and all of this little extra piece here that I have will be sticking out. So love that aspect about it. Now, is this hair any different from what I've reviewed before or hair that I've had before? I would say not necessarily, only because I feel like a body, like I always tell you guys, kind of body wave is body wave. It's not really much that you can say or do about it as far as the texture that it is. It says that it's unprocessed virgin hair. No, I don't think this is virgin hair. I'm just gonna be real 100. I like to listen. Everybody and their mama is selling 100% unprocessed virgin hair. That term definitely brings in people. For me personally, I know what hair that's been tampered with smells and looks like. And even though this one doesn't have any smell to it, the curl pattern is too uniform. You know, so whose curl pattern really looks like this? Just be honest. You know, even though I put rollers in it, it still is very close, especially the bottom is very close to what it was when I received it. It's a little looser than what it was when I received it, but nobody's curl pattern is not that uniform. It's uniform, but ain't that uniform. So yeah, it's more, this is some very affordable, nice hair. That's what I will say. A lot of times I get a lot of emails on, especially on, I mean, not emails, messages on Snapchat asking, this is the question of the year. what would you suggest for me to get? Insert lace wig, insert bundles, insert whatever here for that's gonna last me a lifetime for a cheap price. And I don't know why people are under this great impression that a company is out there selling you hair that is worth $800 for $250. I don't know. So that question I never answer unless somebody has asked me, like, I'm looking for a Brazilian body wave that will last me 2 to 6 months and I want to pay 2 to 600. What would you suggest? That's a more proper question than where's some cheap hair that's really good, because that doesn't exist. Like, I don't care what nobody says, it just doesn't exist. Every hair, every vendor, every type of hair is very different. So if you want some good straight hair, then chances are you have to make sure that you take proper care and you stay on top of your hair. You know, a lot of times people don't understand. Like for me, with curly hair, when I do have it and I'm wearing it consistently, I will co-wash my hair at least twice a week because I don't want my hair to get crunchy. I don't want all the products that are in it to start building up, because it will. And you end up with this just matted bundle of a mess, you know? So hair can last you depending on what you do with it. I like this. Look how nice this is. And look at the luster, because I didn't put nothing in it. I didn't put no water in it. I didn't put, anything after I took those flexi rods out. I just left them. And when I put the flexi rods in, I put a little bit of a lot of body, which is, you use it for like wet sets and stuff like that. So I didn't use any heat on this hair. I left it just like it was. And I only used like a little squirt. I didn't use a lot. So I'll turn around so you guys can see how all of the hair looks in the back. So this is what it looks like from the back. So they definitely get an A+ for me, because I haven't had no major shedding issues with this hair, thank God. And it holds its curl, So these particular flexi rod curls, these waves that were curls have been in his hair for like 2 weeks. Like legit. It would look way more defined if you would have seen it when I first did it. That's why the bottom is a little bit more relaxed than the top. But yeah, it held. And the only thing I do is I take it and I'll go ahead. I take it, and when I take them off, I'll go ahead and put them on a wig head. This is Caitlin, by the way. So yeah, I'm loving this. This is, again, my favorite body wave thus far. It's something a little bit different. It could be just the length that I'm liking a little bit more, but it's very easy and go. I literally take my brush and brush my hair and put it on and glue me down, and I'm good. So if you guys are interested in the vagina, again, I have Peruvian body wave in 4/28 and a either 20 or 22 inch frontal, lace frontal. Catch you on the flip side, people. Peace.